Yes, thank you. Good evening. Legislator Carey. Thank you. Legislator Cornell. Legislator Earl. Legislator Falsiglia. Legislator Foley. Legislator Grant.
Here.
Legislator Hofstein. Legislator Jobson.
Here.
Legislator McGowan.
Here.
Legislator Santulli. Is absent. Legislator Soskin. Is also absent. Legislator Tyler. Also absent. Legislator Weeder. Thank you. Legislator Wolf. Legislator Yeager.
Here.
Vice Chairwoman Paul.
Here.
And Chairman Hood.
I'm here.
We have 14 members present and 3 absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Next, we'll call upon the Honorable James J. Foley of Legislature District 17 for the salute to the flag and the invocation. Which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Legislator Foley. Next, we have adoption of minutes, October 19, 2022, moved by Legislator Grant, second by Legislator Hofstein. Any amendment or changes to those minutes? Hearing none. All in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously. Comments from the chairperson. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge passing of one of our employees at the DA's office, Detective Xavier Fernandez. He was a group supervisor for the Rock County Drug Task Force, and from all accounts, it's a big loss to our county, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and the people that he worked with. Thank you. Anyone? Next, we have comments from legislators. Anybody? Okay. Special order of the day. We have 2 public hearings tonight. 7A is referral number 4817 at 7:05. Mr. Clerk, you please read the notice.
Yes. This is hereby given that a public hearing will be held by the Legislature of Rockland County at its legislative chambers, 11 Hempstead Road, New City, Rockland County, New York, on the first day of November 2022 at 7:05 p.m. prevailing time, to consider the adoption of a local law amending the partial tax exemption of certain real property owned by persons 65 years of age or older. Video conferencing will also be used to conduct this meeting pursuant to Rockland County Local Law Number 6 of 2022. Members of the public who do not wish to attend the public hearing in person and instead wish to view it in real time should go to the webpage of the Rockland County Legislature at http://rocklandgov.com/departments/county-legislature/ for instructions on how to view the meeting. Recordings of the meeting, all documents and records, including meeting minutes, should be posted and made available on the webpage of the Rockland County Legislature at http://rocklandgov.com/departments/county-legislature/. In-person comments will not be accepted. However, anyone who wishes to provide comments for the public hearings is directed to email their comments to grenbud@co.rockland.ny.us up until 7:30 p.m. November 1st, 2022. Or hand delivery during business hours. That's from 9 to 5 p.m. up until November 1st, 2022. Comments will be provided to the members of the legislature and incorporated into the record of the public hearing. By order of the Legislature of Rockland County, the notice is dated October 20th, 2022, New City, New York.
Thank you, Larry. Next, I would like to call on council to discuss why public comment is happening this way. This will hold for the next public hearing as well and public participation.
Okay, the state open meetings law, ended the remote participation by right, back in June, and municipalities were permitted to adopt local laws that allowed them to continue remote participation without disclosing that private address in the event of certain circumstances. We did adopt a law based on that. We got guidance at that time from the Committee on Open Government, which stated specifically to us that members of the public who are viewing the meeting both remotely and in person must be treated the same way and have the same opportunity to speak, since we do not have the capacity to allow members in the remote world, in the virtual world, to comment in real time. The decision was made with approval by the state to simply have everybody be treated the same way and have to submit their public comments by email, so that both the people in the room and people viewing remotely are treated exactly the same way. Any comments that are received for the public participation portion are given to all legislators. And any comments that are received specifically for the public hearings are not only distributed to all of the members of the legislature, but they are incorporated into the record of the public hearing with the stenographer.
Thank you, Council. So the public hearing concerning the local law, which will provide a partial tax exemption to persons over 65 years of age in certain real properties in the county, is open, and it will be open till 7:30, where we will make a motion to close that public hearing. So we'll see if any comments come in the meantime. We'll move on to 7B is referral 6713. It's a public hearing at 7:10. Mr. Clerk, will you please read the notice? Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, of course. That's be the right thing. Yeah, a couple minutes and we'll open that public hearing. Wait.
You want to make a motion to close the first one at 7:30 now, or do you want to wait till 7:30 to do it?
Yeah, we can do 7:30. Yeah. Just wait a minute. It's only a minute. Mm-hmm. It's like the longest minute ever.
Almost there.
I used to have a prosecutor who used to, and he used to stand in front of the jury box and stand there looking at them and count it off. You think that was enough time?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's good, 7 times good.
All right. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Notice is hereby given that a public hearing will be held by the Legislature of Rockland County at its legislative chambers, 11 Homestead Road, New City, Rockland County, New York, on the first day of November 2022 at 7:10 p.m. prevailing time, to consider adoption of a local law amending the Rockland County Code, Chapter 5, that's local law number 7 of 1985, as amended by local law number 15 of 1997, local law number 3 of 2002, local law number 1 of 2011, Chapter 109, local law number 1 of 1985, as amended by local law number 15 of 1997, and local law number 1 of 2011. For the purpose of adopting a redistricting plan in compliance with the results of the 2020 census, with district lines to take effect January 1st, 2024. Video conferencing will also be used to conduct this meeting pursuant to Rockland County Local Law number 6 of 2022. Members of the public who do not wish to attend the public hearing in person and instead wish to view it in real time should go to the webpage of the Rockland County Legislature at http://rocklandgov.com/departments/county-legislature/ for instructions on how to view the meeting. Recordings of the meeting, all documents and records, including meeting minutes, shall be posted and made available on the webpage of the Rockland County Legislature at http://rocklandgov.com/departments/county-legislature/. In-person comments will not be accepted. However, anyone who wishes to provide comments for the public hearings is directed to email their comments to greemd@co.rockland.ny.us up until 7:30 p.m. November 1st, 2022. During business hours, that's 9 to 5 p.m. up until November 1st, 2022. Comments will be provided to the members of the legislature and incorporated into the record of the public hearing. This notice is by order of the Legislature of Rockland County, stated October 20th, 2022, New City, New York.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. We have now the public hearing concerning the redistricting law will be open until 7:30. We will close that at 7:30. And any comments that come in the meantime, we will see what comes in. Okay. Next is public participation. It's the same situation where we will accept email comments. They're really accepted at any time. So email anything that you have on different topics. No presentation of any communications, no unfinished business. So go to reports of standing committees, Budget and Finance Committee, Legislator Weider.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item 11A1, referral number 9534. Sum of $1,250 to veterans of foreign affairs of the U.S. Clarkston Memorial Post number 851 New City, New York for Patriotic Income Services in 2022, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, second by Legislator Yeager. On the question. All in favor? All opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 2, referral number 4723, providing for an increase in the minimum hourly wage for the community services trainees, OFA, youth workers and students workers in accordance with the New York State minimum wage increase effective December 31st, 2022, and I so move.
I'm sorry. Moved by Legislator Weider, second by Vice Chairwoman Paul. On the question? All in favor? All opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 3, referral number 9040, approving the second amendment and the second extension of the agreement max of $100,000 in additional amount of $40,000 for the new total amount not to exceed $154,000 under RFPRC 2020-019 with Elko Reporting Unit to provide court reporting and transcription services for various county departments on an as-needed basis for the term from November 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2023 with 1 year option, term remaining, and authorizing the execution by the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, second by Legislator Grant. On the question? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 4, referral number 8896, authorizing the direction of the clerk of the legislature to advertise for bids for the construction of the fire operations building on the capital project number 1870, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, second by Legislator Cornell. On the question? All in favor? All opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 5, referral number 8062, authorizing the director of the clerk of the legislature to advertise for bids for the legislative audio and visual system upgrades and improvements on the capital project number 1511, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, second by Legislator Earl. On the question? All in favor? All opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 6, referral number 5906, approving purchase next $100,000 before purchase order from a total amount not to exceed $500,000 from CoStar Associates Inc. on the RFBRC 2022-111 for the maintenance and repairs for 2 rotating biological contractors located in the Rockland County Sewer District number 1 main operating plant in Orangeburg, New York for a term from August 25th, 2022 through August 24th, 2023 with 4 one-year renewal option terms, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Falsiglia. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 7, referral number 9334, approving exercise of first term and additional purchase in excess of $100,000, an additional amount of $63,999 for new total not to exceed $114,568, with all purchases be formal purchase order under RFB RC 2021-2021-099 from Shore Shot Termite and Pest Control Inc. to provide insect and rodent control for various buildings located in the county of Rockland for the term from January 6, 2022 through January 5, 2024 with 1 year renewal option term remaining, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Foley. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 8, referral number 9535, approving additional purchase next $100,000 by phone purchase of an additional amount of $35,000 for the new total not to exceed $118,676.26 from International Code Council Inc. to provide on-demand plan review services via an online portal for the County of Rockland Office of Building and Codes on behalf of the Village of Springdale term from May 25, 2022 through December 31st, 2022, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Carey. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 9, referral number 9263, approving the acceptance of a continuation grant in the amount of $44,948 from New York State Office of Children and Family Services to the Rockland County Department of Social Services for participation in supervision and treatment services for juvenile programs for the period October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, with a local share of $27,549 authorizing the county executive to execute all necessary instruments and documents, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Wolf. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 10, referral number 8894, approving 15 agreements, each of which is expected to be in the excess of $100,000 for providers listed on the annexed Schedule A to provide special education services in the preschool program, total amount not to exceed $26,080,000 for the period from July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023, and authorizing the county executive to execute the agreements, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Hofstein. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 11, referral number 4249, approving purchase next $100,000, total contract amount not to exceed $2,319,772.71 and perform purchase order under New York State Office of General Services contract number PC 69032 to purchase and install license plate readers and related licensing through Celex ES Inc. for the term from June 1st, 2020 through May 31st, 2025, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Jobson. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 12, referral number 5327, approving acceptance of continuation grant from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services in the amount of $5,000, no county tax dollars, to the Government-Involved Violence Elimination Initiative for the period of July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023, and authorizing execution of all necessary grant documents and the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator McGowan. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 13, referral number 9361A, approving acceptance of grant in the amount of $376,931, no county tax dollars, from New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Program grant for the period September 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2025, and authorizing execution of necessary grant documents, the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Yeager. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 13B, approving acceptance of grant in the amount of $258,976, no county tax dollars, from New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services State Homeland Security Program grant for the period September 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2025, and authorizing execution of all necessary grant documents by county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by Vice Chairwoman Paul. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item number 14, referral number 9301A. I would like to have legislators turn their attention to the red dot item. in front of you, approving a contract in excess of $100,000 in total amount not to exceed $1,800,000 for the acquisition of two properties located at 176 and 180 South Mountain Road, New City, New York, from Edward Schmidt and William Schmidt to be dedicated as parkland, authorizing the execution of the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Grant. Okay. On the question?
On the question,
Yes.
just want to ask what was the change?
To dedicate, just the word, to dedicate as parkland,
Oh, okay.
which is not in the
Got it.
original wording.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That's unanimous.
Item number 14B, again, I would like to turn your attention to the red dot item, which is the same issue. And I'll read from the red dot item, approving contract next of $100,000 in total amount not to exceed $1,390,000 for the acquisition of two properties located at 1015 and 1019 Route 45 Pomona, New York, from the Susan Gordon and Edmund Y. White Gordon Revocable Trust to be dedicated as parkland, authorizing the execution of the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, second by legislator Earl. On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That's unanimous.
Mr. Chair, this concludes the report of the Budget and Finance Committee.
Thank you, Chairman Weider. Next, we have 11B. It is Multi-Service Committee with Legislator Soskin, who is out not feeling well tonight. He has to be really not feeling well to not be here. He makes every single meeting. So our thoughts are with him tonight. Hope he feels better. And we'll call on Vice Chairman Earl for the Multi-Service Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item 11B1, referral number 8203, confirming the appointment of Joshua Connectney to New City, New York, to the Rockland County Board of Ethics. I so move.
Moved by legislator Earl, second by legislator Cornell. On the question? All in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously.
Item 11B2, referral number 5726, confirming the appointment of Stacy Alessio of Garnerville, New York, to the Rockland County Historic Preservation Board. I so move.
Moved by legislator Earl, second by legislator Grant. On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passed unanimously.
That concludes multi-service, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, legislator Earl. Oh, and we're going to go through these other ones, I guess. Planning and Public Works, legislator Yeager.
No report, Mr. Chair.
Government Operations Committee, that is.
It's me.
that's
No report today,
legislator
Mr.
Grant.
Chairman.
Environmental Committee, legislator Cornell.
There's no report this evening, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee, that is legislator Earl.
No report, Mr. Chair.
And Economic Development Committee, legislator Earl.
No report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. All right, we're on to 12A, Special Legislative Committee for Redistricting. However, we cannot move on until we get to 7:30 and that we close the public hearing. So it's about 6 minutes and it'll feel like an hour, I'm sure, but.
And also, we're gonna need to, it's not on it, are we voting on the tax one tonight?
Mhm.
We'll have to go back, so after
Okay.
vote on that.
All right. Aaron, you read too fast.
I know, I was gonna say, Aaron, you should slow down.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. You-
Going to school in the Elon Schoenberger Legislative School.
Go say hello to my friend
Let me tell you, when I
Steve
first moved
Powers.
Here, when he was PPW and I was shooting, I was like, and he would go out of order, I'd be like.
I think both of, yeah, I think. I didn't look, maybe. You're right. I expected to see Plan A and I saw Plan B again. We were supposed to move.
It's 4 or 5 minutes. You have time. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, man.
Hi,
What's
how
up?
are you?
How you doing?
Good.
That's good.
NAACP President Day.
Yeah, Nicole, right. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
Introduce you.
I met her
Nicole, introduce you.
We can just.
There's a slide right before that. Looks like they were playing the game.
Two minutes. So, yeah, I'll move to close the first public hearing first. We'll vote on that and then we'll go on to the other. Or I can close, yeah, I guess we can close both and then we'll vote on the tax one. All right. Okay. That's only gonna take a second to pass the tax exemption. That'll be quick. Get that out of the way, yeah.
Once I'm doing a project like that.
So,
Nicole read it and I have more.
Michael, was this the one that we've adopted?
We're planning to that.
That's 1 minute.
okay, I'm missing. I got it. So we're gonna vote on the tax, close both and vote on the tax thing first.
Yeah, but two separate motions to close.
Okay. No, it doesn't even go in until December 10th.
Do 7:30.
Yep. All right, we're gonna resume the meeting. If everybody could have their seats. No, December 10th 's when the car goes in. It's crazy. I'm gonna be out 6 months probably. There's no parts and stuff. Okay, we'll take a motion to close the public hearing for referral 4817. So local law amending the partial tax exemption for certain real property owned by persons 65 years of age or older. Moved by legislator Yeager, second by legislator Grant. All in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
All opposed? Passed unanimously. And we're going to vote on it, yes. So. Okay, and I'll read this again.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now on the matter itself, a local law amending the partial tax exemption of certain real property owned by persons 65 years of age or older. Moved by Legislator Earl, second by it's Aaron Weider. All right. On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Pass unanimously. Next, we'll have a motion to close referral number 61, the public hearing for referral number 6713. Moved by Legislator Grant, second by Legislator Foley. On the question, all in favor of closing that public hearing?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass unanimously. So now the public hearing is closed after 7:30. Any comments will be acknowledged that came in before 7:30. And we'll move on to 12A, Special Legislative Committee for Redistricting. Legislator Grant.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 12A1, referral number 6713 or 13. Am I reading the right one here? Are they in order? Yes, I'm sorry. I get confused because, I'm sorry. Referral number 6713, a local law amending the Rockland County Code, Chapter 5, local law number 7 of 1985, is amended by local law number 15 of 1997, local law number 3 of 2002, and local law number 1 of 2011. And Chapter 101, local law number 1 of 1985, is amended by local law number 15 of 1997 and local law number 1 of 2011 for the purpose of adopting a redistricting plan in compliance with the results of the 2020 census with new district lines to take effect January 1st, 2024. And this relates to Plan B, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Grant, second by Legislator Hofstein. On the question, Legislator Grant.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, tonight we reached the final stages of adopting new district maps for the Rockland County Legislature that will be in place for the next 10 years. It was a long and a complex process. We believe it was very transparent and public, and we hope that we've come to reasonable conclusions here. Tonight's meeting, like all of the meetings of the special committee, is being recorded by a stenographer, and there's also a video recording of this proceeding as well. Those are both available on the Rockland County Legislature's website on the redistricting landing page for people who want access to that. Mr. Chairman, from the very beginning, we wanted this to be, again, a very transparent and open and inclusive process. We expanded the committee size to be more inclusive of minority members of the legislature. We established guiding principles for all of the committee's deliberations, much as we did 10 years ago, when we adopted the principles from the Brennan Center for Justice. And those were minimizing population deviation, complying with the Federal Voting Rights Act and New York State law, create contiguous districts, establish compact districts where possible, and consider the needs of communities of interest. We researched all the relevant demographic data, and it's worth noting that 9 of Rockland's current legislative districts reflected a population loss from the new target size, exceeding 3% deviation, and 8 others had grown in population, one as high as 20.9%. So there's a challenge there in redistributing the population of Rockland County across our 17 districts. At the outset, we hired geopolitical strategies Phil Chonigman to provide expert consulting. Phil had done 2 previous redistricting plans for Rockland and was very familiar with the county's communities. In addition, we appropriated funds to provide for a second consultant, Skyline, to advise the minority legislators and to ensure fairness in the process. We provided an opportunity for every legislator to meet with Mr. Chonigman and to discuss redistricting issues important to the communities they currently represent. The redistricting committee held 10 public meetings and presentations, including forums in each of the 5 towns. And I think it's important to note that the League of Women Voters made a concerted effort to be at each one of those town forums. We held 2 public hearings, including tonight's, one more than was required by the law. We created a convenient public webpage for redistricting resources, including forum presentations, meeting minutes taken verbatim, video recordings of streamed meetings, and proposed maps. We produced a wide variety of outreach, including but not limited to 6 press releases, 5 live streams of the forums, 3 live streams of committee meetings, 5 recap stories, multiple social media, and all required public notices and legal notices. We utilized the distribution list that included Rockland state representatives, all town supervisors and council members, and all mayors and village trustees to keep them apprised of the process and encourage input from their communities. We cataloged a variety of comments received from the public throughout the redistricting process, and I was impressed by the number of people that did reach out to the legislature with their concerns. And those included 21 comments from the 5 public town forums that we held, 80 emails to the special committee, and 20 for public hearings up until tonight, and there may be some additional as well. These were all provided to all legislators for their consideration. The packet that each legislator has is about this thick, and it's the total compilation of the record of our proceedings. We produced redistricting plans and maps that are in compliance with the Federal Voting Rights Act and the New York State redistricting law for counties and municipalities. That was adopted in October 2021. And as required by New York State law, districts are nearly equal population was our highest priority. Our plans achieved minimal district population percentage deviations from the target that were less than 5% that is required by the New York State law. We created 3 minority, majority, and minority plurality legislative districts to comply with the federal and state laws and to create opportunities to elect African American and Spanish-speaking legislators. I think it's important to note that if you look at the minority districts that were created in the Spring Valley area, they very closely conform, though not identical, to the ones that were ordered by the court in developing the East Ramapo Central School District ward system. Our proposed districts in both plans maintain cores of existing legislative districts and existing municipal subdivisions, including Rockland's smallest town, Stony Point, and 17 of 18 villages. All produced legislative districts are contiguous and compact as practical, given Rockland's geography, our vast amount of parkland, and our numerous villages. The committee and the consultant worked with the county planning department and the Board of Elections to create district maps that support the orderly and efficient administration of elections. There was a collaborative effort on the part of the committee and legislative leadership that we believe has produced a bipartisan plan for the full legislature's consideration and a record that is defensible in court should a legal challenge arise. Mr. Chairman, we're going to consider Plan B. I think all legislators have that in front of them. I would mostly want to thank the members of the special committee for their input. James Foley, you weren't a member of the committee, but you made an effort to get to just about every single one, and I appreciate that very much. Our staff, Alana, Robin, Mary, Laura, Darcy, Mary, they all contributed very, Patty with the streaming for us, all contributed very heavily, and I don't want to leave anybody out, so please charge it to my head, not my heart. And I want to thank Phil Chonigman for always being available to us for advice and consultation. And I want to thank the public for the amount of input that you made in this process. It was important. It's important for the next 10 years. And we thank you very much. And Mr. Chairman, with that, I'd like to recommend Plan B for the full legislature's consideration.
Thank you, Chairman Green.
And I move.
So now we have, is it moved?
No, he
I moved it and Ron.
Oh, okay. Second by Lon. No, we did that already. So we're in comments situation now. So any other comments on Plan B? Anybody else? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Legislator Hofstein and Legislator Cornell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before the redistricting process can begin, the United States Census Bureau takes a survey requesting that people complete the form in order to provide the government with an accurate count of the number of people that reside in this country, as well as where they reside. The location of district lines decide which voters vote for a particular representative. Changing the lines will change the relevant voters and can change the identity, allegiance, and political priorities of a district's representative and of the legislative delegation as a whole. The term gerrymandering is constantly heard and read in social media. For those of you not aware of how this term came about, I will take you back in time to where it all began. American attempts to tailor district lines for political gain stretch back to country's very origin. Patrick Henry, who opposed the new Constitution, tried to draw district lines to deny a seat in the first Congress to James Madison, the Constitution's primary author. Henry ensured that Madison's district was drawn to include counties politically opposed to Madison. The attempt failed, and Madison was elected. Ironically, the man who inspired the term gerrymander served under Madison. Just a few months before Elbridge Gerry became Madison's vice president as the Democratic-Republican governor of Massachusetts, Gerry signed a redistricting plan that was thought to ensure his party's domination of the Massachusetts State Senate. An editorial artist added wings, claws, and the head of a particularly fierce-looking salamander creature to the outline of one particular notable district, grouping towns in the northeast of the state. The beast was dubbed the gerrymander in the press, and the practice of changing districts to affect political power has kept the name ever since. The members of the redistricting committee did not have a blank slate for drawing the lines. Various rules limit where district lines may or may not be drawn. Rules about equal population and minority voter rights have federal backing. But even after accounting for the federal rules, there are countless ways to divide a jurisdiction into districts. State constitutions and sometimes state statutes provide a few additional rules for the drawing the lines. Due to the fact there are many rules, regulations, and guidelines, this legislature hired the services of professional consultants to prepare a map for the members to review. I can assure you that preparing this map was not an easy task, and I'm sure that this is one of the factors that was taken into account when deciding this process should take place once every 10 years. If a poll was taken of each and every sitting legislator, there is no doubt in my mind there are changes that each one would like to be considered. On that note, I end my statement with this thought. In a true compromise, no one is happy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Legislator Hofstein. Legislator Cornell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I know that redistricting always involves a lot of work and is often really not agreed upon by every citizen of the county. And I wanted to thank Legislator Grant for doing such a good job. And Alden, you both co-chairs of the, it is a hard task, and it's hard to get everyone to always understand the work that goes into it and the fairness that I know that the two of you have put in, along with your committee, to make sure that everything is done in a perfect way. So we do the best we can, and I think this is a great way to finish that particular task. And I think it's important that the public understand that this is something that is done for the benefit of the county. It's not done very often. And with the many public notices and public meetings that were held, it would be hard for people to say, well, I wasn't informed. I didn't have a chance to speak. Everybody had a chance to speak. So I wanted to thank you and your committee for doing such a great job. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Cornell. Anyone else? Okay, I guess I'll have the final word. I just also want to thank the co-chairs, Legislator Grant and Legislator Wolf. This is probably, one of the heavier lifts that we have in this job is the redistricting every 10 years. I also want to thank Lon Hofstein and members of the minority. So I thought we worked well together to come up with a map that I believe is definitely going to pass muster legally and also will pass bipartisanly tonight. So I think that's something to applaud. And really with that, I guess we will call a vote. Roll call vote, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Falsivia.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Foley. Thank you, Legislator Graham.
Yes.
Thank you, Legislator Hofstein. Legislator Johnson. Legislator McGowan. Legislator Weider.
Yes.
Legislator Wolf. Legislator Yeager.
Yes.
Legislator Kelly.
Yes.
Legislator Cornell.
Yes.
Legislator Earl.
Yes.
Thank you. Vice Chairwoman Paul
Yes.
and Chairman Hood.
Yes.
Thank you. That totals those voting in the affirmative, voting aye. All legislators carry Cornell, Earl, Grant, Hofstein, Jobson, McGowan, Reader, Wolf, Yeager, Paul, Hood. Totals 13. Those voting nay are legislators Falsibuda, totaling 1. There are 3 members absent. The motion passes with 13 ayes, 1 nay, 3 members absent.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Well, thank you again for everybody's participation. It's something to be proud of. So we'll skip number 2 because Plan B has passed. We'll go to new business, no new business, no reports of county officers. Motion to adjourn. Legislator Weaver, second by Legislator Jobson. All in favor? All opposed? Passed unanimously. Thank you, everyone.
Good work, Michael.